Tidwell. We've done it again.
Quick conversations with King Drew Million. Quick conversations with King Drew Million. Quick conversations with King Drew Million.
Chop it up.
Quick conversations with King Drew Million.
Let's chop it up.
What's happening, family? Welcome to another episode of Quick Conversation with King Drew Millions. It's your boy, Mr. Quick.
And I'm King Drew Millions. And this episode is being brought to you by the Professional brand, where we always keep it P, and the Hive, where visions get elevated.
You know what I'm talking about? So, as I tell y'all every week, we have some of the people that are behind the scenes that are making things move. We got Miss Desto, aka Destiny, aka Mr. A. You know what I'm saying? Kai's worker, a PV graduate.
Yes,
you know
sir,
what I'm saying? Yeah, rep that.
Yeah.
And shoot, Miss A, just give us a list of the things that you do outside of that.
So yeah, I'm Damn Desto. That's kind of my brand. Damn, DAAMN. Down stands for Don't Aim at My Niggas. That's something I started when I was in college, especially around when there was a lot of police brutality. Okay. So that's my brand. I do have a rug business called Dim Damn Rugs, where I make custom hand tufted rugs. So tap into that. I like a lot of outreach work. I come from a community that took care of those who needed the most. And so my community took care of me. Shout out to Sheldon ISD. And so I wanted to be a part of the village that took care of kids. And so that kind of got me into this work I do. I just be chilling. I like to love people, and I love people who love people. Yeah. And that's why, that's why I love you. That's why I love you.
Go. All right, well, let me do my part then before you get too deep in the journey. Mm-hmm. First, I want to appreciate you for coming on here, man. We always thank our guests, and I know, like he say, behind the scenes, we hang out, we kick it, we talk, and for you to come sit down on the couch with us and put game out there, we really appreciate it. Where you from?
Houston, the north side.
North side?
I'm north side. I'm north side from, I tell people, if you get on Tidwell and you drive from Tidwell from the west side to the east side, I probably lived in almost every apartment.
You know what? So I tell people that all the time, to be honest. I be like, northeast, I'm north side, because same thing. I done stayed on 290. I done stayed on 45 in Greens Point. I done stayed in Fifth Ward. I done stayed off Lakewood. So we got the same journey. I like that.
Yes,
hey, Tidwell, Tidwell to Tidwell. All right, so you got brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I'm the oldest of 5 kids. So 27 years old. The youngest of us is 21, about to be 22 this year. Okay. And so yeah, I'm the oldest of 5 kids.
So you were switching schools the whole time too?
Oh yeah. So I know a lot of people throughout the city just because of going to school. So I got people in Acres Home, people in in the Homestead that I knew because my mama still lived on Homestead. I moved with my grandma when I was like 12 years old. Okay. And so I had people that I knew from like before I moved with my grandma, and then a lot of people I met like after I moved with my grandma, and then in between.
So what high school you graduated from?
C.E. King.
Oh, so you ended up graduating from C.E.
Yeah,
oh, that's how you got the radio.
So I got the radio drop. Got a radio drop on 93.7 because I used to work at C.E. King. I think it was 2021 to 2022 school year, or yeah. And they had brought, I think it was T Grizzy. They had brought him to the school and everything. And her body caddy was there. And fun fact, I have a picture with him my senior year of high school. And so I was like, let's recreate the picture. And he wanted to create the picture. He was like, well, let's go ahead and do a drop. And that's how I got that drop. And they still play it. And I ain't been in C.E. Kings in 3 years.
What's the drop? Which one?
This Miss A.C. King High School.
Oh, so that's you.
Yeah,
when he be saying, I'm like, one day I was like, that'd be crazy if that's Miss A.
That's me. It's me. It's MC King High School. You already know 97 we rocking with him. We rocking with him.
Man, that's dope. That's live, man.
I actually had a parent who heard that, and her boyfriend was like a rapper. And so she heard that drop, and she was like, "Oh, can you put my boyfriend's song on the radio?" I'm like, girl,
that's just my. I don't know
that man. I do not know
that's
that
crazy
man.
Work.
Because I heard that recently.
Yeah, they still play.
They still play.
Yeah, by 4:35 o'clock, you hear me?
Yeah,
like clockwork.
That's what's
hey,
up.
man, that's live, man.
So okay, I know a Kai's worker is
community youth service worker.
Okay. And what exactly do you do? Because I know you got a lot of hats that you wear? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, she get bills paid, she get clothes, she get furniture, backpacks, all this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Bro.
So
like, for real.
To be honest, a lot of my work, my background is in behavioral management. So before I became a COS worker, I worked, like I said, at King High School, working with those behavior kids, those kids the ones that people didn't want to talk to.
Right.
That was my babies. I'm like, give me them. I want to, they funny. I don't understand how people can be mad at bad kids. I just don't get it because it's hilarious.
No, for real.
So that's kind of what my background is. When I moved over to COS, so the fun fact, there's a COS worker in almost every district in Harris County. Not almost, I say almost, but each COS worker's job varies depending on the needs of the school. Mm-hmm. And so some COS work more in mental health, and some do more outreach work, do more groups. Just so happened that where I'm at in COS, where I'm placed at, that they need more resources. Mm-hmm. And so because of that, my job kind of covers all the resources. So I run like the school closet, I run the school market, I do outreach where I'm giving out backpacks. I make sure kids get Christmas gifts. We do a big Thanksgiving that I kind of make sure food comes in. I help make sure kids are being exposed to things outside of their community, because a lot of times people are stuck because they feel like that's all they can do. So I expose kids to things outside of their community. I'm also the person in the school who, like, I don't play with kids, but you can joke with me. And so I feel like that's pretty clear.
Yeah.
But I do a lot, man. I go to homes, I sit with families. Sometimes people be going through it, and you don't know how much it makes a person feel better for them to hear, I'm going through this with you. Earlier today, I think our kids was learning about sympathy and empathy.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of times people sympathize with people, but we don't empathize enough.
Right.
Because if you empathize, then you would probably do something.
Right.
And I feel like because of the way I grew up in my upbringing, a lot of times people are coming to me, or the families that I work with are coming to me about things they're going through. I empathize with them. And so I got to do something.
Right.
Because I can't go to sleep, because I'm like, how can I be in my bed?
Right.
He don't even know if he gonna have someone to sleep tomorrow.
Right.
So
sympathy is feeling sorry for a person, and empathy is the feeling of supporting someone. Right?
Yeah. So I feel like, for the way I described it to a kid earlier, it was like, sympathy is I feel for you. Empathy is I feel you. And so you ever hear me tell a kid, like, nah, bro, I feel you. Like, I don't feel for you. I don't just understand. Like, I feel you. I feel that emotion that you're going through.
Right.
I know how that feels. I take that burden that you carrying on you. I see that burden. I feel that burden. I know how heavy that is. So that's the difference.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I mean, I can actually resonate with the fact that you can connect with a lot of the kids because of your adverse experiences.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's a good way to connect with our kids, because that's one of the most important things. Like, you don't know where I'm from. You ain't never been where I've been. You know what I'm saying? So that's oftentimes what we have to deal with. And then you kind of give them a little light from your lifestyle and what you went through. And they'll be like, dang, like, you went through all that? Yeah. So, yeah.
Did you know, like, what you wanted to do when you was growing up? Like, you knew
No, so I want to be a lawyer. That's exactly, I was going to be a lawyer up until I got to high school. And till this day, some of my family think that I'll still probably go into family law, because I still work with families, and you can go into law.
Right.
I want to be a lawyer. And then when I graduated high school, I graduated my associate's degree, and I got like general studies so that I can go and figure out what I wanted to do when I got to university. And when I got to university, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do nursing. Took my first like anatomy class. No, that's not it. No, it's too much words, too much terminology. But I did take because I'm a social person. Right. I was taking like social work classes on the side. Like, I had like a intro to social work class, and then I had like a families and diversity, something like that, like a child development class. And in those classes, like, you hear about the things that you do, that people are doing, and you learn, and the stuff that they were teaching, I'm like, oh, this is common sense. Like, duh, And so I kind of went into that. But the funny thing is, I always tell people, like, no one lied to me about social work. Like, when I decided I was going to do social work, the first thing my uncles told me was like, so you okay with like being broke? like, so you okay with like not having, or like you okay with like not making the money? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay. And they like preached on that. They preached on that to the point my uncle Fred told me, he said, niece, I don't understand it. Like, you grew up in poverty. Why would you want to go back and work in poverty? And I had to wrestle with that question for myself a lot, because I'm like, the trauma from living in poverty and how that translates to you working in poverty. You don't realize how it affects you until you in the moment with those kids.
Nah, facts. And then considering you being the oldest, so a lot of the burdens end up on you.
Yes. A lot of stuff ended up on me. I think for a while I dealt with. So I left home from living with my mom when I was 12 years old, and I moved with my grandma, just because of the things that my mom was going through and what I wanted to do with my life. It just didn't align. And also I got accepted into the early college program by my grandma's house. And my grandma my grandma dropped out of school when she was like in 11th grade. My grandma can't read. And so because she can't read, she's really big on everybody else. Like, you're going to go to school. If you sick, let them call me and tell me to come pick you up.
Right.
And so when I got into the early college program, my grandma was like, oh no, she going. And so, when I did that, I felt this like abandonment from my siblings. And because I was the oldest, I was always used to taking care of them. Like I wake them up in school in the morning. Like my sisters will tell you, I don't look like it, but I know how to comb some hair. I had to comb their, I had to comb their hair and stuff like that. And, I feel like I felt so much guilt leaving them. Like when I left, and then I left to go live with my grandmother, and then I worked so much. I was working 2 jobs in high school. I was working at McDonald's, and then I worked for Showbiz, and then I was a dual credit student. So I didn't have no time. I had no time for my siblings or nothing. So I was just always hustling. And really, honestly, I didn't realize how much that affected them. I know that how I felt about like the burden of like, damn, like I left them to deal with that mess that's over there. And like at first I was their protector, I was their guide, and I just kind of was like,
Do they still hold that against you?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't. Actually, my sisters look up to me. My sisters love me.
Well, you showed them how to separate yourself and go get it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that was the hardest thing for them. Like I had to have a conversation with my sister right under me. She would constantly, like, when situations would come up with my mom, she would disrupt her life to go handle that. And one day she called me crying. And everybody know, like, I'm real big. If it's like, love my mama to death, she's working on herself. But it was a point that where, like, if it was a problem with her, don't call me. Because she's not working to actively fix what's going on. I'm not about to stress myself out to fix what's going on.
Right.
But my sisters would, because they had a different experience with my mama.
Right.
And so one day my sister called me crying. She was crying and she was like, this happened and I did this and I did that. And I had to sit back. I was like, hey, baby girl, like, big sis talking here. Like, what are you showing your kids? Because you sitting there trying to be there for somebody who really wasn't there for you because that's your mama. And guess what? Your kids seeing you not show up for them now because you expending all you for, for
exerting your energy somewhere else when you got your own creation now to deal with.
Exactly. You don't want your kids to see that. So my sister, and I always tell my sister right under me, like, I'm so proud of her because she was one of those, she was the one that, like, people, you gonna be just like your mama. You gonna be just like your mama.
Oh, wow.
My sister dropped out of high school when she was like 17, had her first baby. You gonna be just like your mama.
Wow.
And my sister heard that and she rebuked that. Like, she was like, who? Who finna be who?
Right.
And when I tell you, I watched my baby, that's my baby. When I tell you, I've watched her go and get it like no other. My sister dropped out of high school, went back to school, got some credentials in like the certified medical assistance field. Now she does traveling inventory.
That's all.
Yeah. So she's gone like 85% of the year. Makes good money, with her kids from the hood.
And see, them kind of stories, and that's why I be telling it's stories like that you just not gonna see all the time. Like, you get to see your celebrities or, your fake rich people, but you got everyday people that have survived and made it out some circumstances and taken, and you may not hear about them every day, but,
I mean, wealth ain't always in finances, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be wealthy socially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can be wealthy spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Like, those things are also what forms of currency. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think it depends on like what you lacked in your life and how you define what wealth is, right? If you never lacked financial, like if you never struggle financially, then wealth isn't financially for you. But if you struggle to have those connections with people, then that's wealth. But if you were a person who like, I have all the family I can have. I come from a big family. My great grandmother had 16 kids, and they each of them had like 4 or 5 kids. So I have a huge,
that's a big family.
Huge family. Never lacked people, but we lacked finances. So when we look at wealth, it is financial because I was wealthy in everything else. I'm looking at wealth by what I lacked. That's just my opinion.
I like that interpretation of it.
no
That's true.
facts.
And I guess that's what, like, even what you saying, you getting into social work and like you probably get your biggest joy not out of finances, but for people, because if that was the case, you probably would go like chase the bag.
Who said
But
I ain't chasing the bag?
Well, I mean, like,
Who said
respectfully,
that? Who
I'm
said
saying
that?
you voiced it as saying like, hey, they told you not to. So I'm sure you got other ways of compensating for that income, but what me and him talk about a lot of times, even with working for the county, 8 to 12 hours a day is a lot of time to dedicate to this and not reciprocate the finances that should come with.
Yeah,
because
that part.
That's because if you took yourself out of that and focused on other things that you got going on and put that 8 to 12 hours only on that, then it'll probably be a whole nother financial bracket for you. But we make that sacrifice to say, I'm going to continue doing this. Every day we wake up, we like, if one day upset us, we wake up the next day and go back with a whole nother mindset out of the love that we have for it.
But it's safe too. You know what I'm saying? Like the benefits and the consistent paycheck every 2 weeks and all this. And
so it's a net. Like I can chase the bag all day. But I hate to say it, but the county is a bag I don't got to chase. I just wake up and go. I don't have to chase that. And so that security. Also, like, again, upbringing. Like I grew up in a spot, in an environment where you did not know. So I like to know, like, I know I got a check coming. Like, you know?
That's true.
I mean, with that being said, knowing that you are the nurturing type, like, do you have any children?
I have one. I have a son. Okay. I have a son. His name is Denham. He is 7 years old, and he has autism.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my youngest son had autism too.
Yeah, that's my baby, man.
Think about having some more?
Not right now. I was, but I think that I have a lot of shifts going on right now as far as chasing the bag. I chase the bag.
Right.
I have a lot of shifts going on with that. And with where I'm trying to get to right now, I don't think that not right now. But the funny thing is, I always said I was going to have a kid before my 30s. That's not happening.
I mean, you're getting up there.
I am. I ain't found no gray hairs yet, so I guess I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm all
Gen
right.
Zer.
Yeah.
For real, bro. We went through a whole training as far as Gen Z, Millennials, and Generation X and the connection between the two. You know, well, the three, you know what I'm saying? Because we have a melting pot of all those generations at our job, right? And when I tell you every 2-3 seconds. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. Like, I was speaking to one of my youngins, you know what I'm saying? He quit his job and didn't have another job lined up.
Yeah, we were taught way better than that in our generation.
But I mean, that's the Gen Zers.
Yeah. So I'm what they call like a zillennial, right? Because I'm 97. And so we come right
you right at the end and beginning of
beginning, right? So when people say stuff like that, I'm like, that's them baby Gen Zers. I'm an older Gen Z. I don't believe
you an OG.
Yeah, I'm an OG Gen Z. Like I don't know how I got caught in that generation, but I'm here and I'm gonna embrace it. But I'm not that, like, no. Before I leave anything, I'm gonna have some setup, because like I said, I grew up not knowing what's gonna come from. So if I'm gonna leave something, I gotta know what the next thing gonna come.
Right.
So that's them baby Gen Zs.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all, especially the ones that we work with.
I think that too many parents are trying to be their kids' friends right now. We live in a generation where I don't want to upset him. I don't want to upset her. I don't want to make her mad. I'm uncomfortable with disciplining my child, right? Because the teenagers now, baby, they slick. And they get you together so quick. You tongue tied trying to get them back to them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of why we see that is because your parent is not telling you have to do your homework.
Yeah.
Your parent not telling you.
I was just talking about that. Like, it's crazy how this generation, school is more so of an option or a choice.
Right.
We didn't have that when I was young. Like, you going to school.
Right.
Period. I'll pick you up if they call me, like you said, but you going to school.
Right. But also I think it's like, who raised you? Like I said, I was raised by my grandmother. Okay. So being raised by my grandma did not play that. You gonna go to school. My siblings, however, was raised by my mom. And my mom, I can say it, she was one of those, I want to be my kids' friends. And so all of my siblings, besides my baby brother, because he was raised by another family member, all of them dropped out before they never finished high school. Except, like I said, my sister went back to school. But they all dropped out because no one's holding them accountable.
Right. Would you ever share resources with them so they can get their GED or something?
I always share resources with them. Okay. My thing is I can lead them in the water, but I can't make them drink.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't make them drink. And also, like, baby, I can't want nothing more than you want it.
Right.
So when you tired of being sick and tired, then call me. Same thing with mama. When you tired of being sick and tired, then you hit me up. But I'm not finna just dry help you and waste my time. I get paid to do this.
Yeah. And that's a lot of energy. Me and him talk about that all the time. I'm one of them people, like, I'm cool with not helping people because you exert so much energy to help somebody, and then after you look up, you tired and they back doing the same thing, or they didn't quit and you didn't put everything to help them. And I'm like, how many times I gotta sit here and use all my energy and resources to watch people? Like, if I see, like, normally I jump in when I see somebody, like, I'm not finna throw you in the pool, use my muscles. If I see you swimming, then I'm gonna swim with you.
Mm-hmm. You know, my uncle gave me this analogy. Shout out to my uncle. Mind if I do? So my uncle has this program called the Paradigm Effect. It basically means change your thinking, change your life. Okay. So just a job from my Uncle Carl. But he had this analogy, and long story short, it was like the stepping shit analogy, right? A person using the restroom, keep taking shit. This your life. You keep getting shit. Shit keep piling up on you. Piling up on you. Now, what happens when shit piles up? Can't flush the toilet, right? Hope when you can't flush the toilet, starts to overflow. So now your life is just overflow with shit. Now this shit is getting on the floor. This shit is on the floor. You stepping in shit. You stink. You look at me and you say, I need your help. But in order for me to come help you, I got to come step in your shit.
Ooh.
I got to come step in your shit to help you. How about you? And you haven't done nothing to change the fact that the shit is overflowing. You ain't tried to declog the toilet. You ain't call a maintenance man. You just want me to come and step in your shit and help you figure it out.
Ooh.
Nah.
Dang.
Nah.
I had an ex, her father, his theory on life, the essential things of life is shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the sun exerts, you know what I'm saying, and shines on us. The clouds exerts and put water on us, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, okay, he does have a point, you know what I'm saying? Like, manure helps plants grow, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I mean, this is a crazy, you know what I'm saying, theory, but it makes a lot of sense.
So basically what you're saying is no matter how hard I'm trying, the world always gonna shit on me.
Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And that's why I take a bath every day. Why gotta wash that shit off?
Gotta wash that shit off, exactly.
Nah, for real. So, Miss A, I've always wanted to ask you this question, because you mass present.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I was in barber school, right, it was a young lady was upset with me because I said miss to her, right? And I'm like, it's gonna be hard for me to call you anything other than miss, because like we had them aunties that brought their best friend to every event, you know what I'm saying? They roommate, you know what I'm saying? Like, but she actually chastised me for calling her miss. You see how I present? I'm like, my bad. Like, it's just out of respect. That's how I was raised. Like, do you have a problem with it?
Nah, I'm a girl. So I'm gonna ask you this. How old was she? And how old were you? Like, what time was this? Like, what?
I was about 30.
Okay.
And she was about 24.
Wow. Yeah. So I'm a woman.
Right.
I know I'm a woman. I love being a woman. I love experiencing the world as a woman. One day, so when the whole transgender thing come out, because that's what I think of a woman does not want to be acknowledged as like female pronouns. I would then ask her, well then, like, are you like in transition? Like, that's me, because I'm also like upfront, clear. I want to, if you gonna tell me I need to identify you a certain way, I'm gonna respect it, but also I want to understand why.
Okay.
Right. And so when Caitlyn Jenner started happening, and my grandma is very like, she tries to be hip and understand because I'm her granddaughter. She called me one day and she was watching the news and learning about him doing all his things. She said, Granny love you. I just want to ask you something. I said, well, Grandma, what you want to know? Do you wants to be a man?
Hey, that's that old school, man. Let me know right now.
She said, Granny love you if you do it. I'm just trying to understand it. I said, nah, Grandma, I love being a woman. I love my feminine parts.
Right.
And my family, we like real burger with each other. So like, I had the conversation with my grandma. And, she accepted it and she was like, okay, Granny just wanted to know. Okay, I love you, baby. Talk to you later.
Right.
But I feel like that just depends on the person and like how comfortable they are in who they are. I feel like a lot of mass presenting women, and this is why I advocate for mass presenting women being in environments with younger mass presenting women, because when you're growing up, your idea of a lesbian woman mass presenting is, I'm either working construction, I'm working in the warehouse, I got to do some hard ass job, I got to, be like a dude, buzz cut, dread, you know what I'm saying? And that's just not the case. They also have this assumption that like, they got to be real hard. Like I can't show any feminine like things. I'm like, well, that's impossible because you're a girl. You're a girl. You're a woman. And so for me, a person like that feels like they're struggling with wanting to present a certain way, but being something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the whole initial community, right? A person that identifies like that, would they be part of the LGB or the TQI? Because I mean,
because based on what you're saying, I would have to have a because you do have some lesbians who do say like he, but they like he, her, daddy, like because mine is I'm she, her, daddy, like those are my pronouns, But it depends on the person, so it really had to be a conversation like, are you transitioning? Me, I would put them in the QIA because, like, you're queer.
So that's what the Q stands for.
Yeah, you're queer. Like you do not follow within the accepted constraints of what society says love should look like or how you should present yourself. So I was like, okay, she's queer. I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, she's lesbian, she's gay. 'Cause I don't know what her journey is towards her identity.
So it's more of a personal thing.
Yeah.
It's not just preference. It's like complete lifestyle.
Complete lifestyle. It's not just like, oh, I like this woman. Cause I think we talked about this, G, cause I think you asked me about like, we were talking about how women and men, how can for instance, like, woman with trans, what's the word I'm looking for? A woman would transition into a man and then go date a man. And you're like, then why did why? It's like why didn't she just date a man?
Well, what I'm starting to think is, well, for one, how old were you when you were accepted by your family? Because I know
I came out early,
like elementary.
I came out in the 5th grade.
Okay, was it like
you already knew?
Oh, I knew.
Was it difficult for you?
I got thrown out.
Thrown out.
Like someone pushed me out the closet. So, I have a cousin, and this is like,
I'm trying to process.
So I have a cousin, and she had a girlfriend when we were in the 5th grade, and I already knew I liked women. I knew I liked women by the way I pick my friends, and I still pick my friends a certain way. Okay. I love pretty girls, pretty women. That's my weakness. Like even in college, they'd be like, "That's the wrong with the pretty girls. Pretty girls get pretty privileged. So find me with a privilege at." Okay.
Right.
And so I knew that early on because like I would pick, oh, she pretty. You want to be my friend? You want to be? But it wasn't gay at the time. I didn't know that was a thing. I just know that I like her. She's pretty. I want to be her friend.
Right.
In 5th grade, that's around the age you start learning like who you like, what you like. And I didn't like boys. Like I just knew that. Like,
For real?
They
what is it the way we smell? Or?
No, I don't know. It was just something like they'd be like, for instance, like Chris Brown was out. Chris Brown's so fine. What about him? Alicia Keys, though. Have y'all seen her? Did y'all see that? No?
Okay.
No? Oh, so let me just be quiet, Okay. And so my cousin was also kind of like that. Like we knew early on, but, and she had a girlfriend. And one day I think her mom like seen them kissing and she came out. And she was so happy to come out. She went around the whole family coming out like, hey, I'm gay. Hey, I'm gay. Hey, I'm gay.
She's like, ooh, what a relief.
What a relief, right? Goes to my mama and is like, Angel One, I got to tell you something. And she's like, what? And she's like, I'm gay. And then she looks at me and she's like, poo? And I'm like,
oh.
That's what we doing.
That's what we doing. That's what we doing.
Hey, so y'all had a party, coming out party.
Came out to my mama in the 5th grade. But interesting, my mama came out to me in the 5th grade as well. So
wait, she was like, me too?
Mom was like, well, me too. So mom was like, I'm bisexual. So
Oh, wow.
she was like, who you think you ain't is? I'm like, oh, that dang, mom.
Oh, man.
So you get it.
Right, that makes sense. That's what I was talking about, that ain't it thing.
Yeah.
Like, you have those people like, oh, that's ain't such and such, that's ain't such and such.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every family function together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you still treat them with respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You call them Auntie, you call them Miss.
So was it difficult for you after that point?
No, I think the most difficult thing for me when coming out at an early age, and then trying to accept it was that I love God. Like I'm a devout Christian. Like I love God. And it was hard. It was a wrestle in myself saying like, I love God, but I like women. And I know that goes against his word, you know?
Right.
And so that was a fight I had in myself. That was actually something my grandma had the hardest time accepting me for a while until like I finally like just.
Was it like turn her back on you type or just more?
No, it was more like people would tell her, like my family would tell her, like they were like, you know, Destiny gay. And because of like the situations I was in and my mom was in, she'd be like, Destiny ain't gay. Destiny just said that she'd rather date a woman than deal with men like her mama do. And I'm like, that's never what I said. It's not what I said.
She made up a whole
story. And so one day.
That's a granny for you.
Yes, man. So one day, I think I was like in the 7th, 8th grade, and my cousin had came back from jail and she was telling my grandma that she seen one of my other cousins. And she was like, girl, I seen such and such in jail. Oh, girl, she a stud now. Or, well, they used to call them butches, or they say another word, but I don't like the word, so I don't say it.
So, real quick, so stud, butches, and dykes, is that frowned upon?
Dykes is like, that's like a derogatory to me.
So okay.
Yeah, dykes.
So what's the other one? Bull
dagger.
Yeah.
You know a bull dagger when you see a bull dagger. That girl you talking about?
Yeah.
That probably was a bull dagger.
Like, I'm being honest because to be honest, this is probably the realest conversation I've ever had on this. I'm really learning a lot right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our show is about. Like, we want to bring people of all walks of life on here, talk about their journey. So as I'm asking him too, we just get knowledgeable about it. Cause growing up, I have had, aunts, uncles, and people, but I know around my years of upbringing, like in the early 90s, it wasn't really as accepted as it is now. You know what I'm saying? And it was still more like in the closet type deal. Like now you still have your people that may be, you know, afraid to open up and be themselves, but it's 2025. Like, be who you want to be, live your best life, you know, do you. But the information on how to go about it, like people really ain't talking about it that much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, we accepting it, but it really ain't no conversation of how to accept it. Like, you know, how to handle people, you know, in that manner.
I feel like for me, what helped me the most is one, like I said, my mom was that parent who was trying to be your friend. I mean, she was she was a disciplinary. Let me not like make it seem like she was just all salt. My mama, anybody know anything about her is that she would whoop our butts.
Okay.
Like she didn't, you know. But as far as like us being who we wanted to be and expressing ourselves, she was not that person. Like no. And so when I came out to her, I had the same rules as my sister and them. Like, that's cool, but you ain't finna handle little girls up in here, just like they can't handle little boys up in here. You know.
And see, that's the misconception. Like, you can have your friends over, and it because like. When I was at Prairie View, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we getting away with it.
Right, it used to throw me off. I'm like, man, hold on, man. Like, they in the building with me.
I see what you're saying. If you can't mix boys and girls, but whether boys like boys or girls like girls, then we good.
Right.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Hey man, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, sneaking people up the fire escape, you know what I'm saying? Trying to sneak past the RA.
I ain't never had to do with that. I walk right in. Good morning. right to the room. What's up? Like, never had to worry about sneaking in.
But see, that's why I started messing with upperclassmen because I ain't want to deal with the bull crap. I'm like, man, I'm finna go over here to phase 2, phase 3.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they free. They can do what they want.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
my
saying?
freshman year, I dated a senior, so that was dope. We still friends.
Okay.
We still good friends. Yeah, my freshman year, I dated a senior, always at the house, and so bad to like my dorm mates would be like, "So you finna go over there, y'all?" I'm looking at you over there, like I'm looking at your dirty clothes. I'm finna go over here with the door closed, like.
Right.
I'm like, no.
So you've never dated a dude?
Not gonna say never. Like I've had experiences with males. So I'm not gonna say I never dated a dude. I just never never taken a dude seriously. Like I don't like you. So when I said, my grandma did have a period where she struggled to accept me. And so while she was struggling to accept me, I did try to like make myself like men, because my grandma, one of the things she was like, I don't see how you can love God and be gay. And I was like, damn, I don't see how I can do it either. So I tried to like.
Dang, hold on. Let's just let that sit for a minute. Cause I'm being honest, like the older I've gotten, the more mature I've gotten. Being younger, I shied away like the whole like homophobic type of thing. But as an adult, as a grown man and as a father, I'm like, I got 5 kids. I don't know where their life is going to go, and I can't turn my back on them, and I can't judge them. And also with being in the work field, like I can't judge people by what their preferences are. But the deepness of a believer having to, not saying, because God ain't gonna never turn his back on you, but you forced to turn your back on him because of what you being told. And that's crazy.
Not only that, it say no sin is greater than the other.
That part. So I wanted to say, you say you forced to turn your back. I didn't. So the thing is, I've never turned my back on God because of who I am, or because of what people said to me. Because me and your relationship have nothing to do with me and his. Like he didn't hurt me.
I like that,
and I learned that very, very young.
Wow.
The actually church I come from, I started going to that church by myself when I was 15. One of my friends from school took me, and I loved it. And I was the only person in my household going to church. Like her aunt would pick me up every morning for church on Sunday, and I would go to church. What I loved about that church is they let me be my little gay self. I came in with the fade, I would have like the, pants. It was very obvious when you looked at me. And they never, ever made me feel less than a person. Matter of fact, I did altar pro. Okay. If you walk in that church right now, there's a woman who looks like me, who presents like me, and she's an usher. They never made me feel like I couldn't be in a room and love God. And matter of fact, they capitalized on it. They let us show the world what God can still do in you. Let's not turn you away. The most powerful thing that ever happened to me in a church setting that really just solidified like my relationship with God was, we had like this youth conference thing, and we invited this other church over, and the church seen how close the women, because at the end of the day, I'm a girl. Just because I dress like this don't mean like I'm not acting. I have feminine friends. I hang with females. And like my coworkers are probably the only male friends I have in my life. I don't hang with men. Like I don't hang with men. Usually like, no. But
yeah, she called me a brother.
Yeah, it's like my brother. Like, I don't hang with men. Like, so I hang with women. I come from a very female predominant family. That's what I relate to. So they seen all the girls being chummy with me. They're like, oh, da, 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 da. They had a young girl that was with them who was also lesbian, and she's seeing it, and she's like, oh my gosh, like she's so free. Like she gets to be, she has to like, and we've talked, so I kind of know that her story. Right. Well, prayer time comes, and this lady started praying over me, rebuking homosexuality.
Oh wow.
Pray against you. I pray. When I say my first lady shut that down so quick. Right. She didn't play that. No, we're not doing that. Pulled me to the side, and mind you, I'm in tears because I'm like, I feel like I'm being shunned. Like I said, I love God. I never want to. I love the Lord. Like I love him. She said, don't you ever let nobody make you feel like your problem is bigger than theirs. Don't you ever let nobody. And since then, baby, you can't, baby, look, you wear mixed linen, you got tattoos, you got piercings. Like, just because I'm gay don't mean I don't know my word. Just because I'm gay don't mean you could tell me anything about my relationship with God, because I know whose I am and who I belong to. So because of that, I'm gonna move how I move. And if God see fit to fix that in me, he gonna fix that in me. But you cannot tell me what God wants fixed in me, because he would tell me that.
Right.
And so after that, that's kind of how I moved with it. Like I said, they really were a big part of me continuing my faith and still doing. Like, I had this one lady, Mama Helen, she would see me come every day dressed like a little boy, you know, and her only thing was, look, girl, if you're going to wear them men's clothes, you're going to iron them. Don't come in here wrinkled. Don't come in here wrinkled. And that was their only request. Gave me the space to figure out who I was, figure out who I am in my relationship to God, and not feel like I can't love God because of who I am. Because to remind people, God turned Saul into Paul. And when you look at the story of Saul and who Paul was, you can't tell me that God can't change someone.
Yeah. I mean, because it's crazy because it wasn't a real popular thing until like the early 2000s. Like, it really got real popular when I went to college, because I know it was only one stud at my school. Like, she was cool as a fan, had Timbs in every color, big piece and chain, had a Lexus, you know what I'm saying? They had some of the baddest females, you know what I'm saying? But she was unalived by some of her classmates, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was crazy. And they also tried to slit her girlfriend's throat. You know
because of her preference?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Coco was a bad one, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I remember that now. I remember her. I remember that.
Like, she was pretty, you know what I'm saying? She had a little old braids and everything, had her own swag. She was getting to a bag, you know what I'm saying? But it was just dudes just hating on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was supposed to be like a rubber gone bad or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got so bad that when they found her body, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a broomstick inserted into her. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
that's more like I guess like a hate crime.
That's a hate crime.
Yeah.
Right. That's a hate crime.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's crazy because there's a misconception in the heterosexual community that a lot of people end up in same-sex relationships because of an adverse experience, right? Like, they may have been molested, they may have been touched, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it like that? Like, I understand, like, some people just have their choice. Like, this is what I like.
Well, I think the word choice makes it like, is what like makes my community like choice. You think I chose to be the target of hate crimes? You think I chose to be the outlier of my family? You think I chose not to fit the norm? I want to be, if I can walk out of here today and go pick me up a man and get married, and hey, look, it's hard out here being a representing woman. Ain't nobody paying for me to eat. Like,
so, okay, do you get in the club free?
I get in the club free. I do. I get in the club free. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a choice. Like I said, I spent a bit of time trying to not be that way. And it didn't work. It's not what works for me. I actually feel repulsed. So, I mean,
and we all have family members that, and I'll be honest with you, I like the times that we in now, because we all have family members that, you know, have life choices like that. And growing up, it just wasn't talked about. It was just like, and that's why I say I like the conversation of the knowledge. I'm big on just knowing, like how you say sympathy and empathy. Like I want to actually understand growing up, it wasn't no understanding. It's just like that person over there, we over here, or, you know, and I got uncles and aunts that raised me and took good care of me, but we never talked about it. And not saying that nobody owed me this, but it was just almost like an unspoken thing, you know what I'm saying? And then like, but now at the times that we living in now, like, it's barriers that has been broken and all that, and people can be comfortable in their skin. They can live how they want to live. Like, you know, I cause my heart goes out to people who have to live and suffer in silence. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of the kids that we deal with. Like, I've actually went to homes where children are acting out or lashing out or acting a certain way, and then I pull them to the side like, hey, this me and you real quick, like real talk. What's going on? Well, ever since they found out, like they treat me like I'm weird. They being weird, like this me, and they want me to act like they don't take me places or they want me to change. I can't change who I am, like, you know. And I'm like, dang, that's pretty tough to have to, you know, hide your identity to the people that raised you and the people that say they love you. You know what I'm saying? And so, like
I said, I feel that, but also like I always tell people I've had a different experience because my grandma was the only person who had felt away. And then once I tell her, my grandma be like if I'm dating someone, she'd be like, where my honey pies at? Like she asks about them now. Even my great grandmother, she was born in the 1930s. Like, you know, she knows my stepson comes from a relationship that I had with her. What he had, you know, bring my partner around, they speaking to him. My uncles always loved me. My dad didn't have a thing. He was like, oh, waiting on you to say it, you know? So I didn't have like I said, my grandma probably was my worst, like shunning. But my family, I come from a family, like I said, huge family where we love first. We love first and we ask questions later.
Maybe that's what it is too. You're a loving family. But I ain't gonna lie, family with a grandmother with 16 kids, it ain't nothing you can show her that it ain't. Like, baby, I done seen it all. Just tell me when you ready to talk about it.
And see, it's another preconceived notion that because I know we can adopt children and all that type of stuff now, you know what I'm saying? But we think that two homosexual, you know what I'm saying, individuals can't raise a heterosexual individual.
Baby, you met my son. My boy Denim straight. Okay, Denim can't tell you, but you walk in, you leave that boy alone for 5 minutes. You walk in on YouTube, it's booties everywhere. Everywhere. You be like, Denim. Like, so I think that, and I know lesbian couples I know lesbian couples who have raised straight children. I think that the idea that like we're influencing them or no one's influencing them. One thing I never expect, and you gotta think about it, my son is autistic. So everything I do influences him. He doesn't call me dad. He doesn't think I'm a man. I make sure he knows I'm a woman. Like we go over it, girl, you know. He watches regular TV. I think, again, love first. I think that people don't understand that like, just like being raised by a man and a woman didn't make me straight. Why would being raised by two women make someone gay?
But I mean, it's been a thing since Teletubbies. You know what I'm saying? Like
not the Teletubbies.
Nah, bro, because it was a thing because one of them carried a purse.
Oh yeah, which one was it? Was it Poe?
I ain't never really watched the Teletubbies though.
I think it was like the red one or the.
I can't remember which one, but that's always been a thing, and I think like we just have this homophobic like wall up against other individuals in the initial community. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like people don't, like you guys said, people don't like what they can't understand. People don't like what they can't understand. Yeah. Like you see me, you see how I am, you see the person I'm with, and you're like, how?
Now, and this is what I don't understand, right? How when y'all date, y'all can be shorter, y'all can be, you know what I'm saying, bad build, broke, you know what I'm saying? But,
ain't no preferences.
Right, but when it's a dude, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have all your ducks in a row, and it's like, hey man, I'm building too.
I feel like for lesbian women, the natural height, the average height of a woman is 5'4". 5'5".
Okay.
So you can't come into this community think you finna get 6 foot nothing. Like you might, there's few, but they are spread far and wide. You know, so that's what this the wrong place. This the wrong.
That's when y'all
anyway.
get to fighting over each other. Then,
nah, for real.
How you get this 6 foot?
Yeah. So no, I feel like that's one where women, and also women are naturally softer with each other. Like when I'm getting to know someone, it's not. I mean, of course, like you don't judge a book. You judge a book by its cover. You don't open a book until you look at the cover. But a lot of times, women connect more emotionally than they do with men, and love will make you look over anything. That motherfucker bad built, knock knee, got a stomach that hang
Nah,
over
for
her damn
real.
thing, and her bitch is like,
I'm like, bad. I'm like, bro, what's going on?
Because like because they become. I always say this: women when we date, we become best friends. Like, and it's not like, oh, like when heterosexual relationships, like, oh, he finna go hang with his partners or she finna go hang with the girls. Oh, baby, such and such hang out. Oh, girl, I love them. Me too. Like we go together. Like we in the you getting free, I getting free. Like we going together. Like we hang out with each other.
Whole night free.
Whole night free. We having a good time.
real,
I used to back in the day when I was dating, I used to date this woman, and when we would go out, people look, hey, go get that drink.
Yeah,
They finna go buy drinks.
work
Go
that.
ahead, get them drinks.
So look, has it been hard like in the working field?
No.
Like people don't look at you a certain type of way.
Not that I know of. I would say no one has ever had the balls to be quite frankly, because I do my job and I do it well. So if you don't have the space to find error about me or in me, because my work gonna speak louder than anything you can see in front of you. So even if you felt the way about what you gonna say that and then what? Like
What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Okay, nah, because I be telling him the same thing, even when we had conversations about about like after me being an African American. I'm like, I don't know, like I ain't never really dealt with a lot of things, because like you say, I'm a grinder, I'm a hustler. Like I'm gonna out hustle you, outwork you. Like you can't deny me. You know what I'm saying? So even if somebody is hating on me because of my color or because of something about me, like my grind and my hustle, and then I just don't be paying attention. Honestly, like I've had people put me to the side and be like, "Man, he really hating on you." I'm like, for real?
Right.
I ain't paying no attention to him. Like, I don't know. Like I'm just here doing my thing. Like, all right, but I respect that. Like you really just living your truth.
Yeah, I'm just living that. There was one time that it's come up, and it wasn't with no one of my. It was with a kid that I worked with. 2 kids. One kid, I don't know what lesbian woman took his girlfriend from him, but he could not stand me. He did not like me. He didn't like me. He ain't like me. And it was because I was gay. And it's cool. All other kids like me. I mean,
you can't please everybody.
Can't please everybody. I mean, it's just, but at the end, he needed me. And all that went out the door. I do my job well. So you can feel that way, but And then the other time was when it was a young girl who, similar to me, young mass presenting woman. And I think she had this, again, there's not enough mass presenting people in the community to show these young women what it looks like, and that it's okay to be this way. So I think that she's seen me and just looking at me and how I carry myself in the workplace. She probably like, oh, she stern and she hard and this, that, and the third. And because of that, she kind of was iffy with me, like because she was not stern, she was not hard, she was softer, and then she learned my first name. She learned that my first name was Destiny. And that was the softest thing about me she ever heard. And she's like, Miss, hey, that's your name? I was like, yeah. Girl was nice to me after that. And again, not enough people in her community that look like her to understand. Like,
not for real.
And when I go into certain places, I got to carry myself this way. Not because I'm gay, but because I'm a black woman.
Right. I ain't gonna lie. That's double the factor. Yeah. That's, I would think is kind of difficult to have to deal with. Balancing both of those.
I think that the most difficult thing for me to be is a black woman in a field ran by people who don't look like me. Because you see the differences. It's almost like loud.
See, it's a thing that, like y'all don't get into domestic disputes, like, you know what I'm saying? Heterosexuals. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if y'all do, it's not as bad because it's not a man beating on a woman.
Domestic, okay, let's just clear this. Look, where the camera's at? Where I look at? Look, right here. I don't care if you gay, straight, bi, questioning, if you old girl who was a girl, you want to be identified as he. Domestic violence is bad in any relationship. Love don't hurt. And that's something that I learned young and something that took me longer to grasp. To get a hold of. I think that people saying like, I hate when someone be like, oh, just beat up and then what? Like, that's my partner. If I love her, why would I just beat her up? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That don't make sense to me. Like, just beat her up.
Oh man, that's wild. Just beat up.
And they'd be like, y'all both girls. It ain't like one stronger than the other. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, if the police get called, like, it's still a domestic dispute because we together.
Right.
It's
still considered family violence.
It's family violence because we live together.
Two living partners is how they look at it.
Exactly. I don't think that like that's. I feel like that is. I feel like people use that as an excuse to like separate us, like heterosexuals from homosexuals. Like you got to think about it's a line between us.
Yeah,
you like that, I like this. We don't need to hang out. Or you like this, I like that. We don't need to kick it like that. Right. And lucky for me, again, I hang with like straightest man I know. Walk into a room, find anything beautiful about a woman, love him, but he don't act like that. But do you know how many people do? Like, I can't mess with that. And even myself sometimes, like I recognize, like I don't hang with a lot of straight men.
But see, I grew up with a next door neighbor that was mass presenting Redan.
Okay.
And man, when I tell you this girl, like when we used to go to the skating rink, she danced better than some of the heterosexual girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whoa. But whoa. For real. But she dressed like a dude. And it was like, man, this is crazy. I wonder where she at right now. Cause one time she tried to get me to go to Splash with her. I say, no, I don't want to be seen on that scene. You know what I'm saying?
But see, it's even just like that. Like the double standard of like, you can't be seen with me in my clubs. But I go to y'all clubs. I'm at the straight clubs. Because who I am, I'm gay at the straight club. I'm gay at the gay club.
But I don't want no dude hitting on me.
You think dudes don't hit on me just because I look? You think just because I look like a dude, dudes don't hit on me? I don't want no dude hitting on me either. Like,
I never thought about it like that.
Right? I don't want no dude hitting on me either.
Hey, that's wild. And she mad, right?
Like, I still go in those settings too because for me it's just like you can hit on me, I'm gonna redirect you.
Yeah.
And now we know. Now we have that boundary. You know where I stand. Me personally, like, I don't care if you in a gay club with your homeboy. That don't make you gay. You gay? No, okay. That's simple. And honestly, you know how many straight women go to gay clubs? Maybe it's just I think it's a male thing. I feel like
women can do it. I don't think men can do it.
Men can do it, but they're too scared because this is society emasculates a man when he does anything towards femininity. Like, let's be real. You get a pedicure. You care about yourself. Oh, he gay. Hey, he just want nice nail. He can't get a facial. He can't. You know what I'm saying? It's
he get his back rubbed.
Right. Like, hey, I can't love my body. Like, I can't love on me for a little bit. So I feel like a lot of times it's just.
But honestly, even a man saying he love you, like what?
Right. Like, why is it? And again, like I wasn't raised like that. My uncle is 40-something years old. He has grown sons, and when his sons walk, like, baby, I love you. He give him a kiss. He said, my uncle is the most loving man I know. He still treats his son. He be like, that's my babies. He doesn't, though that type of language doesn't have gender to us. It doesn't have a meaning more than, hey, I love you. I care about you. You know, and again, people don't like what they don't know. I feel like people are so afraid. People are so afraid to be who they was, they try to save face. But I heard somebody tell me one time, excuse my language, I don't know if I can say this. Can I cuss?
Just kind of keep it, me.
Okay. Forget saving face.
Okay.
Forget saving face. You know how many experiences you miss out trying to not seem like something? Like I just told you, I didn't want to seem cringy. So I didn't do my toilet talk. We was talking about that earlier. Yeah. I missed out on the opportunity trying to save face.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, but it's so much. It's so much to unpackage. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely gonna have to do this again because you actually presented this to me, and I was like, "Nah, I ain't doing that." Then I was like, "You know what? We definitely need to shed light on this for the African American community because it's definitely shunned upon." You know what I'm saying? So I had to redirect it, and I come and tell your story because your story would definitely be inspiring to someone else, and that's what our podcast is about: inspiring the next generation. You know what I'm saying? Inspiring individuals in our current generation. You know what I'm saying? So, we running a little short on time. I mean, is it anything that you want to add, share with the public? You know what I'm saying?
Just in light of all the conversations we had, man, give people grace. Like that is my motto going into the world. Give people grace. Give yourself some grace. If you find yourself in a situation where you not being loving or not leading with love first, but it's okay. Do better next time.
Mhm.
If you see a situation where people may be going through something and you don't understand it, or you may comment about, lead with love, follow with grace. That's my
Okay.
that's
Okay.
my
Well, I do got a question though, like to young man or woman that's in that situation and don't know how to go about it. Like, what do you normally tell the youth or the kids, like battling with how to come out or how to present themselves? Like, what would you typically say?
do what makes you comfortable. If you don't feel like you want to come out, don't come out. I'm not gonna that you. I don't know what your housing circumstance. I don't know what your family like. I'm not gonna push nobody out.
Mhm.
If you don't know how you want to dress, do what makes you comfortable. Start small. The way I started, I cut my hair off first. That was my way of like, hey y'all, you see me? I'm gay. And then it just kind of went from there. So I say, do what makes you comfortable, but don't hide yourself from yourself. Don't be so driven on hiding yourself from everybody else that you don't even recognize yourself no more.
I don't even think that. I think that's don't hide yourself from yourself.
Not for real. You got to be true to self.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you lie to you lie to yourself
Yourself.
before anybody else will. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, I mean, Miss A,
So
I
what you
appreciate
got to
for
say?
coming through. I mean, I said what I was going to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, be yourself, be your genuine self. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you live the life that you choose to live. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like she said, man, forget what everybody else think. Because at the end of the day, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. You got to wake up to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you telling yourself a lie, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's genuine.
You can't build on yourself from a lie.
Not
Yeah.
facts. You're going to keep lying.
You gonna
Because
keep lying.
another lie has to be told to cover up the last lie. Another lie going to have to be told to cover that one. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, I'm gonna say we all was created by the higher power. God know all our hearts. God know He created us. You know, so if it's something inside of you, and counseling, if it's something that you don't want to tell your family and friends, whatever it is, it's something in you, get a counselor and talk to the counselor about it first, and then they can help you professionally get to the point where you can go around friends and family. Some problems shouldn't just go straight to, people that you may feel like may not. You should talk to a professional, seek some professional help, and then they can guide you with how to go about whatever it is you got going on, and then you can build that confidence and you can build that strength to say, you know what, because sometimes people don't have the power and the confidence, or the will to do something bold on their own. You need that extra help.
Mm.
I mean, shoot. With that being said, man, we just had a quick conversation. It's your boy, Mr. Quick.
And I'm King Drew Millions.
Hey, Miss A, give them your handle for them damn rugs.
Oh yeah, you can follow my business page at Them Damn Rugs. That's THEMDAAMN Rugs, RUGS, 2 A's in the damn, because don't aim at my Negroes, okay?
There we go. And we at
Yes, sir.